Happy Halloween, friendos. Crazy Jason here with my Halloween Mega Roundup. Or is it Mega Halloween Roundup? I haven't decided yet, but you'll know when you see the title. Anyway, can you guess what I am for Halloween? Can you guess? Maybe this will give you a little bit of a clue, huh? For the person who gets the guess right first in the comment selection below, you will receive my approval. You will receive the official approval of the Crazy Jason. That's what you'll get. But yeah, fun, right? I was going to go as Edward from the Twilight series, but then I found this cool, you know, whatever the hell this is, this evil druid cloak, and I had this hat, and I was thinking about Halloween. I was like, why the hell not? I've got all these wigs that I plan on using at some point. I go, little tip, BTW, if you go to like Walmart after Halloween, like 5 or 6 days after, they have everything marked down like 75 to 80% off. So I got all these wigs and all this cool shit for like, you know, like a wig for like 25 cents or whatever it is, you know, a buck, whatever. My intention with all this is to, you know, I want to do some sketches someday. I would really love to get into doing some little sketches, like little short films, little comedy sketches. Unfortunately, I don't have a troupe. I don't have a troupe of people who are either creative enough or dedicated enough to sort of come together with me and make that happen. It's a little difficult here in the upstate of South Kakalaki. But if you're out there and you happen to see this video and you would like to get together and make some comedy sketches with me, I have wigs, I have robes, you know, just let me know. But you got to be dedicated, that's the main thing. Anyway, am I getting a little off track? Maybe so. But I don't care. This is a long-winded video. So this is what we're going to do. 2 parts. My Mega Halloween Roundup. I have a lot of movies here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start, part 1 is going to be the Halloween Complete Collection, the Deluxe Edition. Those of you who watched it will remember that I did an unboxing video. I showed this bad boy close up. So if you want to see that, link in the underballs. But so I'm not going to show in detail like all the, you know, it's very cool. I showed my favorite artwork here on the front. Very nice. You know, watch the video if you want to see everything up close. But I did say I would talk about the set. Now, this set has been discussed ad nauseum on the interwebs. Go to any message board concerning this set, and you can read all about it, all the little technical specs. I'm not going to go into all those little things. I'm going to give you my overall impression of things. There's a lot of negativity towards this set. Oh, by the way, part 2, hey crazy, what's part 2 are all the Blu-rays that are on my to-watch stack. But I've got 2 stacks here. I've got a stack of movies that I have watched that I will share with you, give some thoughts on, and then I have some movies that I just haven't been able to get to because it's been a crazy month for me. A truly crazy month. And I haven't been able to make as many Halloween-themed videos as I would like, so that's why I'm having this one big blowout. Anyway, on to the Halloween set. As I said, if you go online, there is a lot of negativity towards this set, and I can understand that. I get that. I guess it's all a matter of expectations. What do you expect? Now, that video that I made some months back, the announcement of the box set video, where I sort of ran down what was going to be included in the set. Now, all the details I didn't have. They hadn't released all the details when I made that video. So when they finally released the details, I was a little disappointed by a few things, and I'll touch on that later. But I was still all in. And there are 2 main reasons why, well actually there's 3 reasons why I'm all in on this set. Number 1, it's the only official Halloween box set. Now, I know you can buy custom-made boxes to put all your films in, but an official release where Scream Factory and Anchor Bay came together and actually released a proper box. That was very cool to me. And there are 2 series, Halloween and the Alien franchise, where I'm willing to buy just about everything. I have this, this Halloween cube behind me, and I have several releases on DVD, and then I'm not getting rid of all that. I'm keeping everything. I don't do that with every film series. It's just I have a slight obsession with the Halloween series and Alien. And now I'm starting to get into figures big time. That's going to be a problem, right? I want figures, goddammit. So anyway, okay, so reason number 1 is just that it's a complete box set, which we've never had before. The second reason, Halloween 6, the producer's cut, that's right. Now, you can say, hey, are you going to pay $100 just to get one movie? No, it's, that and the fact that it's a box set. And the third thing is what I've already talked about, just the general, I like to get just about anything Halloween, if I can. And this just was something that I was really looking forward to. So let's talk about it. The first disc, or actually the first case, contains the 2007 release, Blu-ray release of the original Halloween. And it contains last year's 35th anniversary edition. Okay, so what's the difference? Well, there are 2 different transfers. And the first transfer, it's okay, it's fine. I did recently watch the 2 of them. The first transfer has more blues, the deeper blues and the nighttime scenes. That's like one of the main things that you'll notice. And the main thing that you'll notice in the 35th anniversary edition, which was approved by the director of photography, I guess, there's been a lot of misunderstanding, a lot of debate as to what this movie should look like. Should there be an orange tint on it? What's the correct color timing? Dean Cundy's, he said this was the definitive, this is what it was supposed to look like. And I didn't hear John Carpenter come out and rail and rant, about that decision. Here's the thing. And I touched on this on the video I made when I announced this box set coming out. Is this the definitive, and this is one of the things, I think a lot of people, having the misconception that this would be the definitive Halloween box set. And I knew going in, no, it's not going to be. There's some things they could have included, and I wish they had included. But I knew it wasn't going to be definitive. It's just a cool box set, that's all. Now, of course, already, before I even placed my pre-order, I knew this is not the last thing that's going to be put out. Not by a long shot. First of all, they're going to continue making the series. There's going to be another Halloween movie. What exactly it is, we don't know yet for sure. But the other thing is 4K. Now, this month saw the release of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the new 4K edition. That's a topic for another discussion. You don't think that they're going to release a 4K edition of at least the first Halloween movie? Yeah, I'm betting that they are. I'm betting that's one of the releases, even if this turns out to be a really niche-y sort of thing, the 4K Blu-rays. I'm betting we're going to get a 4K Halloween. Now, will it be the same color timing? Will it basically be the same color timing as the 35th anniversary director of photography approved? Actually, I think I'm pointing at the wrong run. I think this disc, the first disc, is the 35th anniversary, and I believe this is the older transfer. The main thing that you notice in this newer transfer is it kind of has a very overcast look to it in the daytime scenes. Not the blues at night are not quite as deep, but the thing that really stands out to me is the overcast nature. And I guess what they're trying to do is, I mean, they shot it in California in the summertime. So there's no getting around that. There's, you know, you've got these panoramic shots of just green trees all over the place and a smattering of leaves on the ground. God bless them, they did what they could with the leaves on the ground and wetting some of the ground to make it look, you know. And I guess the thinking was make it look overcast, you know. Is what we can do there. So, you know, it was a challenge from the beginning. It's clearly not late October, but that's fine with me. And especially on Blu-ray, all those things become very clear. They did some things, little things with the transfer that I believe make it superior. For instance, when the first shot of Haddonfield, when the title comes up on the 2007 transfer, it's a little, the optical title's a little shaky. Looks like they fixed that in the new transfer, so it's definitely the superior transfer. If you're not buying the box set, I would go with that one. I watch both. You know, there's nothing wrong with the original transfer, but I have decided that the newer one is slightly superior. We also have this book, and you know, I'm ashamed to say I still haven't read it. I'm going to set that aside to read. I'm going to do that. Before Halloween, I'm reading that damn book. All right, what else? We have, now all of these, there's nothing really new in here except for the Halloween 6 Producer's Cut transfer. Everything else, well, okay. We do have H2O, Halloween and Halloween Resurrection, and what else? I believe those were the only new transfers. What was it? Echo Bridge. Was it Echo Bridge that had... Well, let me look. Got it right here. Yes, Echo Bridge. Now, are the transfers better? I don't know. I do know that the aspect ratio on H2O has been corrected. So that's a good thing. You know, is it a significant step up as far as picture quality? Not really. I won't go into detail, but it's not really. That's one of the things that's a little bit disappointing. I was expecting for H2O and Resurrection, even though I hate Resurrection, it's one thing that I really just don't like in this series. But I was hoping that Screen Factory would get a hold of those and give them a nice transfer. So basically, Anchor Bay handled the transfer for the original Halloween. Now, or was it, you know, I'm getting that confused. Because see, Universal, I'm getting to Halloween 2, and Universal put out a transfer of Halloween 2, and then Screen Factory also put out a transfer of Halloween 2. I do not have, well actually I do. This is the Screen Factory transfer of Halloween 2, so I now have that. But I also have, and very important guys, if you have this and you haven't gotten rid of it, keep it. And that is blah blah blah, where is it? This is the original release of Halloween 2 on Blu-ray from Universal. And the reason to keep this is this has the documentary Terror in the Aisles, which was not included in the set here. It was one of the things that people, you know, they were kind of upset about. But, you know, the thing is, they can't get rights to everything. That's kind of my point. I think they put as much in here as they could. And maybe they just couldn't get the rights to Terror in the Aisles. But it's a good reason to keep your original 30th anniversary edition from Universal, which is a fine Blu-ray in my estimation, perfectly fine. But so you have Halloween 2, lots of special features on here. I haven't had a chance to. I was hoping to be able to dig through every damn thing included in the set, but I'm going to be honest with you that I have not had the time. So I'm just going to be straight up honest with you on that. But I think the transfer looks pretty damn good. The Screen Factory transfers are superior, in my estimation, to the Anchor Bay transfers. And what I'm comparing is Halloween 2 and Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. I'm comparing those to Halloween 4 and 5. And I'm saying that the Scream Factory transfers on Halloween 2 and 3 were superior to the Anchor Bay Halloween 4 and 5. Now, that's not to say that the transfers on 4 and 5 are not any good. They're fine. They're absolutely okay. I guess the real surprise is that the transfer on Halloween 6, the producer's cut. Oh, Echo Bridge also had Halloween 6 previously. I've got this on this double feature dual pack here. The Curse of Michael Myers. See, I don't even have Resurrection. Now I have it in the set. But yeah, and they only had like an English 2.0 audio on these, 1080i. So these were kind of subpar. They looked okay though. I watched the movies, but there were some problems. Again, the issue with the aspect ratio in H2O. Anyway, moving along, there are some superior things in this set. There's been a lot of griping. A lot of the griping I've already covered. And a lot of it has to do with les zombie versions. Purist, first of all, why are they included? I didn't even put in my cube here, although I have grown to have this fascination with the zombie versions. I hesitate to say I love them, but they're eminently rewatchable for me. So I guess I do love them. I enjoy them. I can say that much. Particularly number 2, I thought was a very hardcore horror film. Hard to watch at times, especially the opening scenes. But I did not put them on the Halloween shelf. I thought to myself I would just stick to the original, the originals, and not go and put the remake on there, or reimagining, whatever you want to call it. But these are included in the set, and I'm not complaining. The only complaint I have, and this is a complaint that I share with a lot of people online, is that initially the press release did say that these Blu-rays would contain the theatrical versions of the movies, and they don't. They just both contain the unrated version of both movies. And it would have been nice to have the theatrical versions on Blu-ray here in this set. I think that would have felt more like a completion to the set. But alas, it does not. That's kind of a minor quibble. Just keep, if you have the theatrical version already, just keep it. And I think that's about it, guys. I've been babbling a long time about this set. I mean, again, the pros is just a nice Halloween box set. If you love Halloween, you finally have a box set. Like if you're a Friday the 13th fan, there's a box set for that. So there should be a box set for those of us who love this franchise. And we have that, and you have the producer's cut, which I guess I should talk about that. If you haven't seen it, real quick, the producer's cut, it's vastly different. By the way, the PQ looks pretty damn good on the producer's cut. There are some shots, some close-up shots in that film that look pretty, I would go almost as far as saying that they looked reference quality. I mean, just super sharp, nice and clean. They had a really good print to work from, apparently. But it is vastly different from the Halloween 6 that you're used to. If you haven't seen the producer's cut, it takes quite a sharp right turn, left turn, into Thorn territory. Big time. And that, it's not a perfect film. I think even they will admit that it's not a perfect film, because essentially it was the work print, or the first cut of the film. Do I prefer it? I don't know. I slightly. I enjoy both, to be honest with you. All the reshoots they did for Halloween 6, all of the... I thought it was well done. I mean, I thought it was good, fun horror movie stuff. At the same time, I would have liked to have seen pure path to the thorn ending of the movie. And I think that the producer's cut, you know, that's the best glimpse that we're gonna get, and it's pretty good. It's really good. I like all the mythology. It's another thing that people didn't like about the zombie films. You know, going back to the explaining the roots of Michael Myers. I didn't mind that. You know, I mean, if you don't want to know that, don't watch it. Just stick to the original. But I like having all this different flavor. Another thing I like about the Halloween series are things like, you know, the anomaly of Halloween 3 that has no Michael Myers. It has no direct connection to the series, but it's a really cool movie. I enjoy it. And then you have 4, 5, and 6, which form sort of a trilogy. You know, and then you have H2O, which was, you know, very specific in the 90s, in that Scream sort of, you know, it was kind of like, you know, the Dawson's Creek era. So, you know, and then you have a shit pile in Halloween Resurrection. But anyway, that's it, guys. Those are my overall thoughts. I need to shut up now and move on to part 2. I will see you in part 2, wherein I will talk about all of these horror Blu-rays I have sitting here beside me.